Hey Forex Militia, this is Preston. Alright, here is the second video that I'm going to make for Trading Made Simple, which is actually called the 5 method. I don't know exactly where he actually got that from or how he actually came up with the name, but he trades it on the 4-hour charts, and he has specific times that he basically trades it. That he's basically trying to teach people on the forums how to basically do this. So I went through some of the forum up to about page 60. You can see that there's about 5,000 pages. But like I said, with most forums, people will continuously try to add indicators and basically water down, dilute, or change the system from what it originally is. So I basically don't want to do that. I want to stick with the original plan of the thread creator. And in the last video, we made about $204 trading from January to March. Now, trading from January to March, $204 is not a lot of money. But I want to give you some encouragement here, because this is basically how I believe he sets up his charts. He has about 8 currencies, right? The euro, the pound, the euro yen, the pound yen, the Swissy, the dollar yen, the Aussie, and the loonie. So with those currencies, it has a strong there's a strong chance that they will line up. Each one of them will line up. As you can see, the dollar strategies, the ones that basically are as I trade it, the ones that are risk adverse. When I trade, I definitely take into effect risk appetite. So that means that I'm taking days that are risk adverse. Risk on means that usually the currencies that are risk on are the Aussie, the CAD, and the Kiwi. And that would be right about here, the Kiwi. Okay, those are basically the currencies that are risk on. The risk off currencies are the dollar, the yen, and the Swissy. So when risk on days, when it's risk on days, the Aussie, the Kiwi, and the CAD usually are at the top of the strength meter, and they're basically trending. When it's risk off, usually it's the dollar, the yen, and the Swissy that are at the top of the strength meter. Now, the euro and the pound are actually like neutrals. They aren't specifically risk on, risk off, but they fall somewhere in the middle. So with that, I am basically going to I'm going to basically get into the strategy testing of the next tranche, the next phase of our strategy boot camp, which is from April to June the 30th. So I'm going to set that up, and we are going to go in and see what this strategy will actually do from April 2010 to June. Oops, that's actually incorrect. June 30th, 2010. All right, let's do it. Okay, so here it is. For this sequence, you lose $210. Now, how much did in the last 3 months you made 204, and in this sequence you lose 210. Now, some of this it can be a little bit difficult because I haven't mastered one thing that he does do on the forum, which is the bounce technique. But basically, when the TDI basically bounces off the red line, that is an indication to actually take a trade, and I didn't do that so well. But there is something to the timing of the way how he trades. In that timing, after the first 3 hours of the US session, and you take trades, sometimes they will do pretty well. Alright, let's take a look at the graph. You can see what happened. You see losses in the beginning. It's only like 33 trades. We had a peak of about 10. Yeah, I'm trading really small, so about $260. Alright, and then here's a report. Here, loss of $210. Absolute drawdown 317, 34 trades. Profit trades. If you remember on the last video from January to March, it was about 45. This one is 44, but the profit, of course, is not as good. I fixed my modeling. The modeling is actually good, so that part is fine. And so with that, I am going to end this video, but let me say one thing about this strategy also. At some points during this strategy, you can see some divergences like this here. With the TDI, you see that. Oops. And you have this here, and you get that. That right there is a pretty nice look at the way how you can trade. That's another aspect to this strategy. Now, the interesting thing is, you get it there, down there too on the stochastic here. So as you can see, this is another aspect of these indicators that you can possibly start to trade. This is not the 5 method. This is not that. That would be just another avenue that you could take with looking at price action. So you get that a couple of times in here. Yeah, down. That was up. Let's see. I think I saw some hidden divergence also. Let's see. That one's lower. That's a little bit of hidden divergence. With this equal, and then this, of course, is right. You see that? This is this. This is just flat. Right. Alright, so a little bit of divergence there. So with that, I will say knowledge is power. Be power hungry and power to the people. And with that, I will end this video, and make sure you guys stay hungry. See you in the next video.